The next story has a very exciting take-home thing, and they absolutely love it. Megan buys a present. Well, here's where they're going to learn, too, now, that when they go to a birthday party, even a special kind of birthday party like Megan does, and they want to bring a present, it's not so much okay anymore to say, Mom, we have to buy a present. You have to buy me a present for my friend Sandy. Megan said that to her mom. First of all, this party is a very special one. It's a sleepover party. Did anyone ever go to a sleepover party? And some of them immediately will say, yeah, you know, what's a sleepover? What do you have to bring? Your pajamas. And sometimes they'll say a sleeping bag. They usually know that a sleeping bag. Sometimes they'll say a pillow. And that's great. And then sometimes they forget that they have to bring a present. So we talk about that until they get that point. And who buys the present? You know, well, my mom buys it. Well, Megan's mom agreed that she would buy her the sleeping bag for this party, but that Megan would have to help pay for the present that she wanted to buy for her friend. So they go into the store, they buy the sleeping bag, and she finds the perfect present. It's a little doll that's in a dollhouse, but now Megan has to figure out how she's going to save some money. So she asks her mom what she can do. And her mom says, well, first of all, she goes and looks under the cushions in the sofa. Now, I always ask them, why is she doing that? Did you ever find money in the sofa? And they'll say, yeah. And I'll say, how did it get there? Sometimes they'll say, somebody put it there. And I'll say, well, do you think they really were hiding their money? Or how do you think it can get there? Well, we talk about it until they figure out that probably sometimes when grown-ups sit down or lay down to take a nap, the money falls out of their pockets. And there it is. So Megan finds a bunch of money there. Then she asks her mom for more ideas, and her mom says for every chore that she does and finishes, she will give her 25 cents. So Megan is hard at work. Then she goes to her sister, and her sister, Melinda, says, if you fix all my books on my bookshelves and straighten out all my shoes, I will give you 75 cents. So Megan is on a roll. By the end of all her chores, she's saved up a good bit of money. And she puts it all in her special little bank. Now, I point out to the children to notice that little bank, and I want you to remember what it looks like, because you're going to see it again very soon. So, when she has enough money, she and her mom go back to the store, and her mom puts down some money, and Megan puts her bank on the counter and says, I have the rest of the money. And she buys the present for her friend. And her friend is absolutely delighted. Here she's playing with her little doll, and there's the dollhouse. And Megan has learned a really good lesson about saving money to buy something she wants to buy. So, the activity for this particular story is, again, let's buy a present. Now, we're not going to buy a real present. We're going to buy a paper present. But in every case, there are 4 of them here. They usually can tell you what it is. Sometimes they can read the words. Sometimes they recognize it. And so I would ask them, okay, what's the first item? How much does it cost? And some of the children will recognize that right here it tells you how much it costs, 15 cents. So what does 15 cents look like? It's a dime and a nickel. Well, do you like stickers? Yeah, we love stickers. So they get a sticker sheet of coins. Which one is a dime? So they'll give you all kinds of wrong guesses. Somebody will get a right guess. The dime is the smallest silver coin. So we'll take 1 dime and put it there. And what's a nickel look like? And it's the one below the dime. So let's put a nickel right there. All right. And again, the teachers and the teacher aides in the classroom will be assisting you to help them get it right. Then you move on to the next one. Ask them what it is. Ask them to find out how much it costs. And by then they're getting the idea that they can see it right there. And then a dime, a nickel, a penny, and a penny. Well, they've already done a dime and a nickel, so they should be able to recognize the 2 coins. What's a penny? It's the brown one. I mean the copper one. So there it is. And then a teddy bear for 60 cents. 2 quarters. Now, these are big coins, and they're the 2 quarters at the top and a dime. And a top for 8 cents. Nickel, penny, penny, penny. And we have fun saying that. There you go. So they've completed that, and then they can bring that home. But the most fun thing in this lesson is something that right off the bat, I will ask the teacher to help me pass these out. So they get this, and before it gets to their desk, I will say, do not touch it. Put it on your desk, look at it until you listen to what I have to say. And then I will hold it up because I want them to not tear this. I want them to bring it home in one piece. And I will say, look for the part of the envelope that's open. You can stick your finger in it. Can you find that? And when they all found that, then we carefully, and I remind them not to rip it, pull out the flap. Did you do that? Yeah, they all do that. Then let's pull out what's inside and let's see what it is. And by then they are so beside themselves with excitement. And it's a bag. Now, again, I'll say, don't do anything until you watch what I do. And I'll put my fingers here, and I'll say, now just push it gently. And bingo, it's a pop-up bag. Wow. Now, some kids will have trouble getting it to work properly. So in that case, they might put their thumbs underneath because there's a space and maybe help it to push out, or we can help them. And inevitably they'll get it right, and then they can look at the fact that, wow, they've got this bag, and they are so excited. Now they can start saving money. So after they've finished being that excited, we do it once more. This time I'll say, put your fingers like this, and we will close it really flat. And again, we'll help them to do that. And then we'll put it back very carefully. Don't tear the envelope. Put it in really carefully. And they do a good job of it. Once you make it very clear that you want them to wait for directions, and that works well. And then put the flap back inside. And now you can bring this home. And some children have told me in the first grade, I still have my bag from last year. And they're so excited. They're still saving money. So that's super.